Hello everyone, welcome to Gunz 2, the Duel, co-op mode. This is Stage 1, the hunt begins, and explains the plot of the game. For years, this island was unknown to the world at large, inhabited only by monks who had chosen a life of isolation. Then one day Adam Core showed up, and without warning drove the monks off the island in a large and fashionable boat, without warning. It turns out they had discovered veins of optimite, very shiny stuff that requires sunglasses and eye patches and gas masks to even look at throughout the island, and they used whatever they could to secure them. Whatever force they could. That was a decade ago. Now the historic monastery serves as a stronghold for the Adam forces. Soldiers march backwards as military facilities dot the island. More and more weapons are being manufactured every day. We can no longer sit idly by while Adam Core amasses an army of backwards soldiers. If they are going to take over the world, we're going to stop them. It's war, no holds barred. We're not holding any bars or barring any holds. We're the GSF. And that's what we do. Let's rock! Sounds like something has collapsed. This area is slowly sinking. Stay calm, Ghost Raven. Adam soldiers incoming. We are Ghost Raven. Because ravens like shiny things, like optimite, and they haunt them. Because they didn't get enough shiny things in life. And that's what Ghost Ravens do. They haunt shiny things. Don't ask me to explain the plot. Anywho, we're firing grenade launchers. We're watching our only friend in the game die. I have a Tommy gun.
Wonderful.
Which is a very effective
weapon. Headshot. Wonderful.
Ouch. And barrels explode after a certain period of time after they've been hit. I wasn't paying attention. I have a Z-gauge, which is currently full, and allows you to use special abilities. But I'm not going to use them right now because there's not really a point. Although, admittedly, I could show it off, but I guess I'll do that later, because I don't have any time to do it now. The water is contaminated. Don't get too close. Those Adam Core soldiers must have been dumping toxic waste again. Those guys and their toxic waste. Oh well, we don't care about nuclear weapons programs or nuclear reactors that could cause Chernobyl-like disastrous effects. No. Eliminate the guards and move forward. All we care about is optimite. That shiny stuff that makes Ghost Ravens happy. Currently I'm playing as, I believe her name's Elena, the ghost, or I mean they're all Ghost Ravens, the gunner character. She is good at long-range fighting, long-range combat. She has a grenade launcher, and she has a rifle. And generally is a bit weak when it comes to melee. Her bat doesn't seem very strong. She doesn't have as much maximum health as other classes like Max the minigunner, which I'll be showing off later.
Headshot! Good!
But she is incredibly effective for co-op mode here. Gunz 2 The Duel feels like it was a game that was created more with PvP in mind and less with PvE. The co-op mode, the PvE player versus environment, is a bit more of an afterthought. It feels like, really. And so when you're playing as Max and using the flamethrower, you tend to get beat up a lot. The minigun is a great weapon, but here's the reason why. The enemies have very high attack power and can kill you very quickly. You also have pretty high attack power and can dispatch them with grenades. But the thing is, if you move in at close range and get dealt a lot of damage and also deal a lot of damage, you'll basically be fighting them with pretty close to a 1-to-1 ratio. Like, I'll kill like 5 guys and then get taken out. And the thing is, in co-op mode, there's a lot more of them, more toxic waste. And it burned me when I wasn't even in the water, unless I touched it with my toe. And some extra ammo. Anyways, the soldiers, they'll take you out. There's a lot more of them than there are of you. That's the bottom line. So if you go toe-to-toe with them, you're just bound to lose. Where if you snipe with long-range weapons, you're far more likely to win. My friend is playing one of the assassin-type characters. I forget her name. Reyna, I believe? Reyna. I'm going to go with Reyna. And she has 2 close-range weapons, an SMG, double pistols, and double swords, making her very good at short range. I almost got attacked in the back there. The radar in this game is a little bit confusing in my opinion, because north is always the top, and you turn you're the dot in the center, and it turns the radar with your... or it does not turn the radar with your... I'm used to radars that do turn with your relative movement. And so north will change as you turn. Said north is always the same.
Good.
And it's your indicator that turns, showing that you're... I feel like if it was like... if it showed like a cone, a vision cone on the radar would be a bit better, but it just shows that little arrow. The little arrow next to the dot in the center can get easily overwhelmed by other icons. Anyways, that's just my opinion on that. The radar. It's still easy enough to use once you get used to it. Time to use a special ability, and I think I missed with it. That's scary. After you use a special ability, you have your melee weapon on, which is not what I want to use on this guy right now. He is very tough and has a lot of attack power, and that minigun will let you miss. Okay, well, I got away with using my melee weapon without getting hit, and that's something to be grateful for, really. But I missed with my special attack. Hello, here we are at the second area of Gunz, the Duel, the first stage. The hunt begins. Gunz 2, the Duel. It's not Gunz 1, the Duel. Firing my grenade launcher first. I generally start all of my engagements with the grenade launcher because it takes forever to reload, and usually there are more enemies at the beginning of an encounter than at the end when they're scattered. Usually they come in large groups at the beginning, so fire off the grenade launcher, then switch to the rifle as necessary. Also, if you use the grenade launcher when the opponents have gotten too close to you, you'll splash yourself, which is never a fun thing to do. It's just, you don't want it to happen. So grenade launcher, then assault rifle is the standard pattern for Elena's, for your gunslinger. Just took a couple guys out with a barrel, fortunately. Switch to my assault rifle, or Tommy gun. It's a Tommy gun style assault rifle, but there are other assault rifles available. There's an AK-47, natural, strong, attack power one. Some sort of American rifle, like an M4 or something.
Nice.
M16 sort of weapon. That's more accurate. There's a couple different weapon types available. Well, actually, no, there's only 3 weapons available for each type. There's not a lot to this game at the moment, but what there is really solid, and it's still in beta, I believe, so they're planning to add a lot more. But if anything that I complain for this game would be that it's a bit bare bones at the moment, as far as content, and it still needs to be fleshed out. Just took a little bit of injury there. I did not expect that guy to get back up. Melee will knock people down, and you will not be able to continue hitting them with melee. Although I could have shot him on the ground, I didn't realize he was not dead. Which is something that you always have to check. Is that a corpse? Or is that the guy who's getting back? I just splashed myself with a grenade launcher. That hurt. Head up the mountain, Ghost Raven. Nice lizard there.
Great.
My friend seems to be doing pretty good with melee. It's not that you can't use melee in cooperative mode. It's just risky, that's all. You have to be very precise about it, and you have to make sure to hit all the opponents that are in combat with you. Otherwise you're going to get shot. But if you're hitting your opponent, you'll keep them stunned. So attacking around a corner, things like that, it can be very useful. It can be done.
Wonderful.
But it's far safer and far more efficient health-wise, as long as you shoot yourself with your grenade. It's generally better to use ranged weapons if you don't shoot yourself with a grenade. That's just a general rule. Don't shoot yourself with a grenade. It's just not a thing to do, people. Anyways, the other characters in the game are there's an assassin type character.
Great.
Did I call Reyna the assassin? Well, they're both kind of assassins. Anyway, so there's this male assassin whose name escapes me, who uses the SMG, just like that Reyna character over there, and then uses a sniper rifle, which is very good for PvP
Wonderful.
or powerful opponents. A sniper rifle and a single longsword. And then finally there's Max, which is the heavy character, which I will be displaying to you later, using a minigun, a shield, and a flamethrower. 4 characters. They'll probably add more, I'm guessing, but I don't know.
Good.
I can't imagine they won't add more, though, really.
Good.
It's hard to say. It's hard to say that they won't, but you never know. The game's very quick to praise you when you get any sort of... Ah, my friend died there. That's a
Good.
You can use revival coins to come back to life. I have 10 coins currently, which I believe is the maximum amount. I believe you're rewarded 3 coins every so often. Every day, every other day. Every once in a while you're given 3 coins and you can hold up to 10. After a period of time, which is indeterminate at this point, I'm glad my friend moved away from that barrel that actually lit on fire. I would have been a sorry person to have killed my friend.
Wonderful.
Fortunately, my friend has a fair amount of
Fantastic.
a little bit far away to use my special ability, but I'm afraid of getting close to them. Things get painful when you get close to them. That much is abundantly clear. In general, I feel like the best characters for co-op would be either Reyna or Elena. I feel like generally the other 2 characters, the sniper rifle is okay for co-op, but it generally doesn't have enough ammo. The submachine gun is a very solid weapon. And the pistols, double pistols, are a very solid weapon. The only problem with the double pistols in the SMG is that they're kind of shorter range, whereas Elena's weapons are longer range. So I feel like my evaluation is that my character I'm currently using is the best character for co-op, but that could not be true. I mean, Max's shield is a very solid weapon as well for tanking in certain situations. Obviously, he can block, and he can whack. The flamethrower would not recommend anyone use. Oh god, I'm going down. Getting back attacked here. I am surprised I did not die. Alright. Fortunately, I don't think any more back attacks are coming. We've got some elites in the distance. As long as I don't get sniped. My friend is providing a good bit of cover here for us.
Wonderful.
Running out of one type of ammo, so I'll just switch to grenades. They're close to each other. And I think I'm lost.
Mission accomplished.
Good work. You're beginning to remind me of myself as a kid. When I was a kid, I was a little girl, and then I had the operations.